Bob Costas joins us now. Bob, good to see you again. I said you were going to be at Fenway Park, but your again, Zoom protocol is state of the art. I love the orchids. Very nice touch.
Yes, I try to stage things precisely to your expectations.
You do. Looks very nice. Bob, tell me something. Yankees did get the sweep. Give me the vibe in Boston. We're talking about general managers. Yeah. We've mentioned Chaim Bloom a number of times because David Stern's going from small market to big market. Chaim Bloom did that. What is the vibe, state of the Red Sox in Boston, the thought on Chaim Bloom and where they're going?
Yeah, my sense of it, and I'm not around it on a day-to-day basis like I am in New York if you talk about the Yankees or Mets or connected to the Cardinals, but my sense of it, having kept track of things and been here the last few days, is that it's not nearly as on edge and not nearly as harshly judgmental as you'll find in New York. And I think there's a good reason for that. They have the same record, as you said, after the sweep yesterday by the Yankees. They have exactly the same record. But the Yankees roster construction has been questionable for a number of years, and that's obvious. The media's been on it. The average fan can grasp it. On the other hand, the Red Sox, who definitely have their pitching woes, as Dog alluded to in the earlier segment, the Red Sox have a lot more things going for them. Tristan Casas having a tremendous year, might have MVP credentials if you were just talking about it for the half season since the All-Star break. Yoshida has been very good for them, although he's tailed off in the second half of the season, but he's been very good for them. And they have Abreu and Rafaela, who appear to be two very good young prospects. Rafaela can play shortstop or center field, and that's one of the reasons why they were willing to part company with Bogarts. And as you mentioned in the last segment, they did retain Devers, who continues to be an offensive force. So I think when you look at them, even though the records are identical, the Yankees have a longer road to travel to become the kind of team their fans expect than the Red Sox do.
All right. That's a good explanation of it. I want to get to National League MVP somewhere in this show, Bob, and you're it. Tag, you're it.
Okay.
I'll even throw up the numbers because I think it is this close. Betts, Acuna, Freeman, Olsen, and I'll do it in that order because that's the weighted runs created plus. But I want to explain to people, and Bob, you can look at this too. If you're looking for clutch hitting, WPA is win probability added. Acuna has the edge there. Basic hitting, context neutral. It bets with the slight lead, 173 to 168, 167. That's not huge. RE24 is run expectancy, and Acuna and Freddie Freeman are basically in lockstep. So even in the volume stats, I'm trying to cut through all the noise. It's razor close. It almost seems like bets to me. And I don't even want to get into base running, and the defensive metrics are a mess. But offensively, who would you go with?
Offensively, I'd give the edge to Acuna, but it should be said that this is a loaded field. Yeah. This is really a loaded field. All four of these guys are having seasons that would be excellent for an MVP in almost any other season. And if we wanted to go through the exhaustive research, we could find probably dozens of MVPs who didn't have as good a season as any one of these four. Something else with Mookie, when you talk about his team, he's saved them a lot of heartache with his remarkable ability to play second base and shortstop because there's one weakness with the Dodgers other than the health of their pitching staff and outside problems when you talk about Arias. If there's one problem, it's the middle infield, and he's mitigated that some with his tremendous versatility. Acuna is not a great defensive right fielder. I don't think he's a liability, but he's not great. And the other three are all pluses to one degree or another at their respective positions. I would give Acuna the edge. And even though this is an old school thought and the Dodgers are a first place team, the best team in baseball is the Braves. And he would be the MVP over Olsen on his own team, the MVP of his own team. And if you go with an old school consideration, that weighs a little bit. The team that finishes first has the best season. Who was their most valuable player? Acuna is that guy.
I try not to go too old school on all that. I think it's razor close, though. And actually, Bob, I've never seen anything like it. The defensive metrics are conflicting for all four of them. Like, that's as if, like, we're supposed to have the answers with, all our new stuff. And here, look at this. Defensive runs saved, and then there's outs above average. That's the StatCast defensive metric. Look at Betts. He's great in DRS, not so great in outs above average. Olsen, great in DRS, not so great outs above average. Acuna, good in DRS, to your point, but lousy in outs above average. Freeman, terrible in defensive runs saved. That makes no sense, but he's good in outs above average. I don't even know what to tell people. Like conflicting metrics.
That DRS for Freeman really conflicts with the eyeball test. I don't see every Dodger game, but I've seen a lot of them. That doesn't align with what you feel with your eyeballs.
Yep. All right.
Do you feel with your eyeballs what you observe with your eyeballs?
Yes, I knew what you meant. Your gut reaction, your inner computer. All right.
Yeah, that's
Bob,
right.
get ready for the game tonight. You can refocus on that. Thank you, Bob. Enjoy it tonight.
I'll have to do that.
All right.
See you, BK.
Thank you.